Hi girls and guys, it's Mr. Tracky and we're on the right track. So before we get into the video guys, I'd like to apologise if you do hear any fireworks going off. It is Diwali, so a lot of people are letting fireworks off just outside my house, so I'll apologise in advance if you can hear all that type of banging going off. But basically, we have had specialists for quite a few Call of Duties now. In fact, they're obviously hardwired into the game now, and we can't avoid that. And for me, they are a very fun addition. When they first came in Black Ops 3, it was something so fresh to the franchise, and I know a lot of people were subjective to it, whether it was taken from other games, but that's irrelevant right now. We're just going off the course that they were added to the game, and Black Ops 3 has been one of my favourite Call of Duties in terms of completion and polish that there has ever been, and the specialists were one of the factors that I enjoyed that game so much because of stuff like having the backstories to the specialists, the different types of specialists. You had the ability, and then you had the specialist weapon, and you had to flip out those and choose whichever one you wanted, and that carried on over to some people's least favourite Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare. Now for me, this was actually a good Call of Duty. I did jump on the bandwagon insulting the game to a degree, but in terms of playability, things like hit detection, absolutely perfect in the game. It just flowed so well when you actually played it. Now that's a debate for a whole nother video, but again, they retained the specialist abilities in this game. We went on to Call of Duty World War II, and they chose not to have any specialist abilities in that game. They chose to go down the Division route, and here we are now with Black Ops 4, and again we have specialists. Now we have a different type of Call of Duty here. We have a boots on the ground game with specialists, so again it's a different take, a different dynamic on Call of Duty altogether, and it is nice to play a Call of Duty with boots on the ground that does have a fast pace as opposed to Call of Duty World War II. Now I know there are people out there that enjoyed that game, and that is your prerogative. You're entitled to enjoy whatever you like, but for me, as a lot of you will know, I just stopped uploading that game on my channel because I just didn't enjoy it. But it begs the question now, should specialists return in future Call of Duty titles? Is this something that you guys want? It's a burning question, because sometimes I do believe, although I do enjoy the specialists in Black Ops 4, they're really funky. Sometimes you get some crazy multi-kills and they're really entertaining. Sometimes I can't help but get frustrated by how many times I get BS killed by batteries, rocket launcher, or the Prophet shock drone gets me and I just can't get out of it. It is very frustrating at times, especially when you've worked your arse off to get your streaks. It is pretty hard to come by streaks in this particular game. I know that I'm decimating the map right now, but for the average player, it is harder. I believe this is a harder Call of Duty to get streaks on. It is hard to get kill streaks on this game. That's why a lot of people are playing hardcore. But for me, I can't help but think sometimes that this game would have been better if it didn't have specialists. And that's why I'm wondering, where do you guys lie? What side of the fence are you on? Would you prefer future Call of Duties to be similar to Black Ops 4 in how it plays? Do you want games to go back to how they were traditionally without specialists, or do you enjoy the specialists and you'd like to see them return? Answers on a postcard, or better still, answers down below, guys. There are many buttons you could hit, but a like and subscribe button, I hope they tickle your fancy. And as always guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.